And here we go. We are started. Yay. I don't know how much I have my cam on because this is a pretty big pad and I will be out of camera shots sometimes. So I'm going to give a few minutes for people to come in and so we can all discuss this. Hey, Roro, you want to come in and say hello? There's no one here yet. Yeah, no one here yet, but you can come and say hi and welcome people in when they come in. So silly. He's so silly. But you're gonna have to go as soon as I start making this, okay? Because I do not need you hurt. Ooh, good question. Good question. Good question. Good question, April. Well, hello. Oh, I have an ad already? Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I just started, so. Did you renew your sub? Hi, baby. What's up, baby? Okay. Ah, there we go. Yay! There we go. Got Marianne. Okay, so today. All right. Okay, there we go. Yay! She subbed. There we go. Alrighty. The love bug of love bugs. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes, so everybody can come in and everything. And Romeo's gonna take over, admire my body. Let's roll for you. I'm thinking of turning off my cam, my face cam, when it's time to start uh doing this. Okay, you'll be reading in the background. Gotcha. Hi. Yeah, I know. You're a love bug. So, oh yeah, he is. He's always comfortable. He's like, I love me. You gotta love me, ma. He's gonna hate it when I kick him off. The love bug. Love bug. Yes, love bug. Yeah. He's a love bug. So. Yes, Roro. Can I help you? He's like, yeah, you can start loving. You're so silly. Okay, thank you. That I shared it on Facebook? No, that's not what we do. Hosting is what you're thinking, and you host via. Uh, that's not being put in the book. You got put in the book for subbing, but sharing on Facebook doesn't work. Yes, you can. All you do is you go to Hold on. That's why I told you to do it that way so you can get kicked, you wouldn't get kicked out. She's hosting me. Even though it didn't pop up. I know she's hosting me. That's how you do it. I just showed Mary how to. Yeah, I learn something new every day. Yeah. All right. Roro. Oh, it's a love bug. Who's the love bug? Well, all right. I've already done over my 5 minutes, so it's time to start working on this. Yes, you have to leave. I know you don't want to leave, but you have to leave because mommy's got to work on this and she's got to do this. And yeah, he goes. Okay, so to make a watercolor block, you have a watercolor pad. Any size will do. I have picked a 12 by 18 inches or 30.5 by 45.7 centimeters. You need a ruler, especially if you put it in different cuts. You need something to cut it with and hot glue. Real simple. Oh yes, and clamps. You need clamps. Variety sizes. So I picked these. They're easier. This should be able to hold. Yep, that does everything. Because that's what you got to do is hold it. This one's missing its piece here, but that's okay. All right. There we go. So we have clamps. We have our hot glue. Glue guns. This, and really, that's weird. I'm also going to use this as if I need to spread the hot glue when it's put on there, because I don't feel like burning my fingers. So now the question is, let's move this over here. There's this. Now, like I said, this has a variety. We have good here. You can make these at any sizes you want. That's the best part about this, is that when you have something this big, you can make it any size. So I do recommend that if you do this, take this part off in case you want to use it as a cover. And you don't cut this. Now, I found that sometimes you can leave this glue on here. However, I did notice that this was not quite attached, as you see right there. So I would have to attach these. See, some of this is not attached. So you'd have to re-glue. But you want to keep this whole 9 yards, especially this part. This is this nice thick cardboard. You want to keep that part on there. So I am going, let's see here. Oops. I want to make some really small ones. So I'm going to take a pencil. So I want to make some this size. And I'm just using this as a cut line. All right, let me... Ew. Okay. So I've got this. Now this is supposed to be 12. So I wanted to make about 3 of those, 3 small ones. So what I'm doing is I'm laying out how many I want to do in this. So looks like it might be, let's see here, just out of curiosity. Not even an inch. Okay, so I think I'm going to go right there. Make sure that this is 6 inches. Yep, it is. And to make sure that I do this right, let's go with 6 inches over here. Something tells me that was not 6 inches. Actually, it was. How about that? Go figure. Right? And in here, I'm going to make 2 squares. And this one, okay. Again, I'm going to half it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This one I want to make right here. Have a little bit of a bigger size here. Go. And this one, I'm going to go right there. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 watercolor blocks in this. So So they're all going to be interesting sizes. So here's where I turn off my cam because I'll be standing and you guys can't see me anyway. So what I'm going to do is start with this side here. And I'm going to slowly go down each one. Now I'm trying to remember to keep this thing straight, but I have a feeling I'm off a little bit, but that's okay. Now if this starts sliding off, just do it this way. Just put it to the side. So you don't feel like you're making any problems. Make sure that they are all and you can go very slow with this. This is not a rush job. It's easy. Take your time. This is not, you know, you want to try to get as much edging as possible. And that's why I say you can always move those things because they will get in your way and you will have them in the way and you don't want that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over to the my YouTube. So now you can make your watercolor blocks any sizes you want as long as the paper fits, okay? And if you have to move this down, move it down because it is thick. Oops. You want to be as close to the edge as possible. Now, I'm getting down to the board. This is where you're going to have to take your time because that board is going to be your bottom piece of the block. And it takes a while to cut through. And there you have it. Make sure that you get these all lined up. because you're going to cut these again. Or at least I am. You might not have to, because you might do it just like this. But this is one piece. So I'm going to put that to the side and still cut the rest of these. I've got to cut this one next. Oops. Make sure you have a nice tight hold on your ruler so it doesn't move. I actually have a ruler that has a see, I have this in the back. So it doesn't move. That's great. But if you have one that does move, just hold on tight. And like I said, take your time. This is not a rush deal. This is not something that you have to, oh my gosh, I got to get it done. No. You take your time with it. See, I'm not catching that last part. So, oops. I stand when I cut. It's just easier for me. And I'm cutting a little off, but that's something I have to adjust. I have my curving at that end. Now comes the beast of all matters. I had a feeling that was curving. There we go. A sneaky feeling that was curving, and I didn't know why. And now I know. Okay. So now I've got this last piece, which I'm going to do the opposite. Now, why would I make different size watercolor pads? That's because I like a variety of sizes. Okay. Now, I'm a little off on the thing, but that's okay for me. These are mine, so. But I'm going through glue in the back here. Mm-hmm. They could be used as index cards, you know, if you size them up just right. Yeah, you could use them as index cards and then do it that way. Or if you just want to do little paintings, you know, that's the other thing. You're playing around, or you want to make a little uh, swatch card. That's another one, you know, for your little. What's that? I'm hearing Mary in the background. Sorry, folks. There's so many things you can do with this that is great, you know. Which I think I'm screwing up. Okay. Oopsie. Sorry. I'm hitting it with my head. Camera. Go. And so this block is almost ready to do. Yeah, and I was. Okay, so we have this one. I'm erasing this part because I did go too fast. All right. So we have one that I still need to cut. I still need to cut this one, and these three. So and since I did, there is a little bit of a spot that is, it's really it is not done right, but that's on me. And like I said, these are mine, so I don't mind. If you don't mind it, great. If you do mind it, you're going to be in trouble. And what I do is I take these and I flip them over. Try to keep it all the same. Yeah, these are definitely wonky. Unfortunately. But that's on me. Okay. I won't. I won't do that. I won't do that. So yeah. Well, actually, no, because after you glue them, that's supposed to be keeping it solid. So you would have to re-glue after if you trimmed them. So if you glue them, then trim them after you glue them, you're gonna have to re-glue them. So that would what would happen. Well, it depends on where you put your. Like I said, if you glue it all the way around, then to retrim it, you could undo the glue. Yes, you would have to you would have to trim the sides before gluing because depending on where you put the glue, it would it would break the block, and that's what you don't want. The block is for basically when you're putting a lot of water down and it won't buckle. It'll stay in that state. When you hear people stretching their watercolor paper, watering it down and then stretching it, that's what they're doing. But a water block saves you from that because it's already stretched out. Oops, shit. Ooh. Okay. All right. Hi, Andy. How you doing, sweetie? It's so quiet. Shh. Yeah. Okay. Do you get Bork in UK in the US? The singer Bork? Ooh. Uh oh. Uh oh. I think I'm accidentally cutting this thing. Yeah. I know she would. She's. We've had some of her music released, and okay. Let's see if I can get myself back onto the track. Why? What's up? Well, that's a line. Oh. I was never a Bork fan, so I can't really say. You know, I can honestly say I didn't care for her. She wasn't. You know, she wasn't something. You know that I was impressed with. Sorry. Some of those were done. Hmm. Like I said, I was never into her, so I can honestly say I didn't care for her. So anything that she did was no. Okie dokie. Hmm. I know she came up with some weird videos for her songs, and it was like, okay. But like I said, I'm not a fan of hers. So yes, we did get Bork. Yeah, she was. How do I call her music? It wasn't popular. It was more like alternative, kind of like how do I put it? It's not really alternative. It was weird. She was that one. Okay. Last one. Last one to yeah. She was from Iceland. Yes. She was from there. Oh, no. She had, let's see here. How do I put this in the nicest way possible? Uh Alternative seems like the right word. She was like in the night. Yeah, like Andy said, she's in the 90s. And in all honesty, her music was not your what was played on the radio stations. Let's put it that way. She was more likely to be found on MTV than she was on any radio station I've ever heard. So she never made it to the radio stations as far as I know in the States. I could be wrong because we could have had the alternative one. But yeah, it was no. When I say she was alternative, I mean she was alternative. It was definitely interesting, to say the least. So let's get this nice and tight. She wasn't your typical. Yeah. This was stuff that you didn't hear on the radio. Even if you were playing the music, you would not hear her on the radio. You would see her on MTV. And that was it. Okay. Just be prepared for some weird stuff, Mary. Because that was her music. It was just weird. Didn't she attack a Thailand reporter? Because all she said was "Welcome to Thailand," and she got beaten by her. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. Andy, I started with a 12 by 18 inch or 35.5 by 45.7 centimeter water block. Okay. And I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 watercolor blocks to do. All right. So I'm going to make, how many sheets? There are 30. 30 sheets in each one. Yes. So I'm using the Canson watercolor paper. Okay. So I've made several different sizes, as you can see. I did 2 that are same size. I did 3 that were semi the same size. And then these 2 small ones. So as you can see, I have a variety. So what I'm going to do, clean this part off. Right. I'm done with the rulers. Thank God. I do not put this up because I might need to cut off too much extra glue. This is where if I have hot glue, which I'll put my face back on. Hi. If I have excess glue, I can smudge it. I can smooth it out without using my fingers and not burn my fingers. That's the whole idea of this. So we have glue sticks, a hot glue gun, we're going to use this one. I'm going to try to find, what do I have that I can use? No, I think I want it to that. Okay. So I'm going to use this as any glue comes on, it go there. Yeah, how are you doing, Andy? Now, these are wobbly because, well, I didn't do well. Let's call a spade a spade. I didn't do well when I did some of these, and that's okay. You know, I don't mind. Yeah, she's got to fix dinner. Din. Okay, let's see here. Can I squeeze that in there? No, I cannot. Okay, so I can squeeze it over here, right? There we go. Yeah, we're hanging in. Now, I'm going to make sure that these are nice and tight. And oops. Oh, forgot about this one. I have this one too. How many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I counted right. Okay. Okay. So what I think I'll do is I'll move these like this. And then I'm going to put the first hole, because you have to leave some gap. Oh, you're hosting me, sweetie? Yeah, they're not doing it. All right. So Andy's hosting me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mary's like, I can't get on my phone. I don't want to get on my phone. I'm like, you don't have to. And I showed her. She was like, and that's when I knew it wasn't working. Okay, so I'm gonna have to let this warm up because it needs to warm up for this. So, hey Andy, you want one of these? I still gotta mail you my thing. Do you want one? That I make? Yeah, as soon as you put the glue on, maybe, but you know. I'd say if I sent you something like these, yeah, they would be ridiculously heavy. Like I said, I still got to send you something, so I could send you a little one. It's all screwy looking, but you know. Or I could send you like this one. You know. Yeah, I know. I got that in the box. That's already done. That's why I was asking Andy, do you want one of these? Like I said, I got plenty. I guess I could send you something like this. Hold on. The biggest I could go is this size. So let me know if you want one. This is about as, that's the biggest I can put. Because I already got a box ready for you. I kind of got a box ready for you. It really isn't that packed. So this is about the size. I have to wait until next month, which would be your birthday month. So, yeah. This one or this one. These two are the square ones. Almost square, yeah. Almost square. It's like I was telling, I said, you could use these for swatches or put them in your, like, remember that little thing that you gave? What are the sizes? What sizes are they? Okay, hold on. Okay. This one right here is... What sizes are they and the small ones? Both of them. This one here is 15.5 centimeters. This way. See if I put up the other side. And the other side is 15 centimeters. So this is not quite a square. Sorry. That's this one. This one is 13.4 centimeters by, looks like 10 centimeters. 13, oops. Go back on there. 10. And then the smallest one, which is this one, is 8.6 centimeters by 10 centimeters. That's that one. Didn't do very well on the cutting. Sorry about that. So that's the sizes. I gave Andy centimeters because she is in the UK. They do meters. We don't. So. I know. But, try to make it easy for you. One you can't get is this big one here. I can't put it. It's like, no. That is huge. Okay. Okay, it is hot. Good. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... Okay, sure. Yeah. This one and this one? Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'll try to give you the ones that look like halfway decent. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is leave an opening up here since it's a little wavy up here. Unfortunately. Yeah, it... Okay. Let's make sure that this is all nice and tight. All right. All right. So, since this is working now, I'm going to use this to smooth it out. because my fingers are not going to get burned. I'm sorry. I refuse to get my fingers burned. So I decided to use this as the let's move you up a little bit, you up a little bit, and you go this way. There we go. That's nicely done. She wants to send pennies to me so it won't be so expensive to send. Sorry. Yeah, she can drop me some bits. Let that cool off for a bit. Let this go right there. Okay. This side. Ooh. Okay. All right. I need to open this up because now I need to get the other sticks out. Yes, I do. But if she wants to give me bits here, she can tip me, and there's a thing that I can get from there too. You go into the tip jar. Mm-hmm. Like I said, whatever makes it easy for you, boo-boo. Like I said, underneath is a tip thing. So if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. Okay. Now, this side is going to be the tricky part because this is where I'm going to put the opening, because you have to have somewhat of an opening so you can get a palette knife through, or any type of thing, to be able to take your pieces off. So I normally leave the thing here, and then I don't know why I'm shaking, but I shake for some reason. There we go. There you go. Nice. Might go over it again a little bit, but if I have excess like over here, that's where I'll take this and smooth off the edges. So one down. Next one we'll do is this one. I think for this one, I'm going to put the opening up here. But you can make the openings anywhere you want. You can put them here, you can put it up here, down over here. But as long as you have an opening. Hmm. Okay, now this is not sticking. Okay, now this one had a little bit of difficulty. Okay, so a little bit more. This way, there we go. Mm. Hey, Day Trip, how you doing, sweetie? I am hanging in. I'm making watercolor blocks. And trying not to burn my fingers off. Which, by the way, isn't working. So, you know. Yeah. See how many times I don't burn my fingers off. Which is not easy, by the way. Yeah, they are. They are the worst. They are the worst. I totally agree. Okay. Damn, got myself. That's the reason why I'm using this silicone spatula so I can smooth it without using my fingers. Oopsie. And then pray I don't get my fingers burnt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hot glue is not one of those ones you want to do it with. It's the one you go, nope, I'll pass. Oh, the P. Oh, that's easy. Yeah. Up. New glue stick. Yes, cold glue is great to work with fingers. And then make your fingers look like they were peeling. That's the other thing. Yes, I'm a sicko. All right. I think I got all that. Okay, that's 2 down. Ugh. All right, let's go to this one. Yeah, I'm going to use this one as the opening. That's the big one. Yeah. Good luck trying to get it here. Tell you another glue that I wouldn't want to work with, super glue. That's a pain in the butt to get off your fingers. If you accidentally get your fingers, oh, that sucks. Oop. What Twitter? No, I have not. I've not seen your Twitter. What's going on? Are you resorting to using your nose to open apps? Oh, jeez. I'm almost afraid to ask how that came about. So what's going on with your Twitter? Let's see here. What's going on with Andy's Twitter? Let's see here. Okay. Oh. Ah! Oh, cool. Awesome. That's awesome. For those of you who want to see, I will show you. Give me a second. Come on. There we go. Check it out. There. That is awesome. That is so cool. Awesome. I love it. As always, awesome work. Yay. Hey, that's awesome. I think it's awesome. Okay. Of course, then again, all your work is awesome. So, I mean, come on. Get all that glue off of here. There we go. Hey, way I look at it, you got more art coming out then. Like I said, I'm doing creativity. I'm just putting it with the my there we go. Nice opening. With my goal of doing 15 minutes a day creativity. At least 15 minutes. Hey, there you go. That's all that matters, boo. There we go. How the hell? Never mind. Never mind, April. You do not want to know the answer to that one. Okay. So nicely done. Yeah, are you doing a 100-day project? Day tripper? Day trip? I don't know why I said tripper. Don't, sorry. I'm doing, and it's not one of those. Yeah. Well, the thing is that you don't. It doesn't have to be an art thing. It doesn't have. Oh, it doesn't have to be art. Okay. It could be 100 days reading for all you know, and um, or 100 days of exercise or whatever. It's all up to what you want to do, you know. And so that's the whole thing. So that's the whole thing about that is that you do what you want for 100 days. It could be anything. Like I said, mine is 15 minutes of crafting every day. I put it with my goal, which is pretty cool because then, you know, yeah, see, she's doing her art, her birds. She loves birds. So it makes sense for Andy to do the birds. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. You could do whatever you want, and you don't have to post it. It's like I haven't posted mine. My first day, I gessoed 2 canvases. The second day, yesterday, I did drawing on one because I've been having this idea in my head of what I wanted to paint, and I'm finally getting it on a canvas. I'm hoping to finally start working on it. But you know, like I said, you don't have to produce the thing. You know, matter of fact, I did Andy a service by failing the sketch timber, so she wouldn't have to. So she wouldn't have to. Okay, so I mean, so I was her failure. You know, I failed for her. So I mean, you know, yeah. See, that's the whole thing. You know, that's the whole thing about that. You know, you can do what you please. Oh, just a little bit more over here. So yeah. So always think of it in that light. You know, like I said, you don't. It'd be something that you want to do or something that you want to excel in. I don't know what you draw, to be honest. So is there something that you've wanted to draw and try to get better at? That's what Andy's always telling me, you know. Do something that, you know, I did 1 year for the 100-day project. I did 100 faces just to see if I can improve. So, I mean, you know, you're looking at all this different stuff, you know. Good grief. I am covered. He's on TikTok too. I don't do TikTok. I probably would fail at it. I would fail TikTok. I would fail TikTok. I can just see myself failing TikTok. So, I mean, you know, there are things like 100 uploads, you know. I'm trying to get away from that. I promise. Like I said, so hmm. I'm trying not to go fast. Hey Rita, how you doing, sweetie? How's your 100-day project going? Andy's joined us. Yeah, hey, no problem. Today I'm doing making watercolor blocks. So it's not a big deal. Yep. So. Mm-hmm. Go. Very funny, Mary. You are not doing the 100-day project. It started on the 13th of February. Smart ass. I'm making watercolor blocks. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Two more. No, three more. After this one will be two more. Okay. There. Heck, Mary asked me where the other watercolor blocks were that I made. I said, I have no idea. That tells you how long ago I've made. This is like, what, the second time I've done this on stream, Andy? Making watercolor blocks? Hey, Plop! Where do we post it? You can post it on your Instagram, or you can be like me. I'm not posting it at all. Because just like I said, mine is 15 minutes crafting every day. So I end up doing like, for me, it was, uh, first day was gessoing canvases. Second day was drawing on one of the canvases. Today I'm hoping to start the art on one of the canvases. So, yeah. Yeah, so. All right, day trip. Have fun. How you doing, Plop? I think this is where I said I was going to do that one. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Anything we can help you with? Hugs your way. Oh, fun. Thick. No, you don't. You have enough. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself if you didn't have enough work to do. All right. Oh boy. Aw, sweetie. I'm sorry. All right, it's time to send good vibes. Yes, I am using hot glue. Send good vibes, prayers to Plop to help her find a place. Please, people. So she can get into Edinburgh with no problems. Oops. No, 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 no. There we go. Boop. Okay. Edinburgh. I'm still not going to say it right. Y'all know this, right? I do not pronunciate worth a crap, and y'all expecting me to remember how to say this stuff? Y'all are crazy. Y'all know I cannot pronunciate to save my hide. Do 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 do. Ba, 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 da. There's a nice opening. And hopefully that was enough. Let's make sure. Edinburgh. I told you, I can't not pronunciate. I put glue on, actually, I put glue on fortally 4 sides, but I do leave an opening for the block. So each one of these, like this one's here, there's where this opening's at. Ouch. This one is this openings. This one is this opening. This one's here. Where did I put you at? This one's here. And this one's here. It's all a mess. And I got 2 more to glue down, so. And luckily this stuff peels off of this spatula, so, because it is silicone. So that's a safety thing. Yay. Okay. So yes, I glue. I had a 12 by 18 and I made 8 blocks. Did I say 8? Please correct me if I didn't say 8. Yep. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the hosting's still not working. Okay. Give me a second. Plop. Thanks for the heads up. So yeah, because you have to you got to get it out some way. And that's the only way. Right. So come down a little bit. A little bit here. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I was off camera, wasn't I? Damn it. Okay. Mm-mm. No, because this is going to make a block, you know? So how much water you put on it, it shouldn't buckle up. Keyword shouldn't, because it's glued together. Yeah, the glue is what's stretching it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to post this on YouTube. No, that's up to you. It really is up to you if you want to do one. That's gonna be your call. Okay. I can't tell you what to do because I don't know what you're gonna do. It's like Andy wants to take these out, and this would be great for her when she goes out into nature, and she can sit there and do this, put as much water on it, and not worry about it buckling. She doesn't have to tape it down. It's there. It's all taped for her. you know. So if she did one of these, this is what she would do. You see? So that's the whole deal on that. Hmm, great ideas, Andy. Mm-hmm. I'll show you the sizes in a minute, what I've made, okay? Oh, get back up there. There we go. Yeah. Come on, before it grows. The one thing you got to remember is that you've got to leave somewhat of a hole for you to stick something into. You can't, you just can't do a block and then everything gets glued down, because then it's a pain. It's a royal pain in the what, and there's nothing. You can't get the painting off, so you leave that gap so you can stick something like this in, which I'm not going to do, but to give you an idea. You stick it in like so. You have to have something to be able to get in there, or you're just playing it on this and nothing comes off. That doesn't work. So that's what's going on. A little bit is glued right here. So there's that one. And last but not least, this baby, the big mama jama. Yeah, well, actually, to give you an honest opinion, I took one of these and then cut it down. So you can take anything from that to say this, and you can make, see, these are a water pad. Okay. Now you can make that and then cut this in half and make it 2 different watercolor blocks. If you want to, you can make this whole thing a block. You just have to remember to leave one part of it open so you can access the paper. So technically I could make this whole thing here, this 8.5 by 11 inch watercolor paper pad. Glue this end, and this end, or I still have to leave a gap so I can get this off because this is already glued. And I can make this into a watercolor block. Anything's possible. I just took that big one and made smaller ones. But you can make that into a watercolor block just by doing that. And give me 1 second and let me finish these. And then, here, this is where I start off at. Now you'll notice that I'm re-gluing this area because some of this was not glued really good. So I'm adding more glue. It's 300 GSM. The Canson paper is 300 GSM. That's how much, yeah. Yeah, so when I did this with GSM. Now, is it 100% cotton? No. But I just like the idea of making them. And like I said, I made small ones here because, like Mary said, yeah, it's cold press. Yes, it is cold press. These could be like index cards or little small paintings. Just do a little small painting and open it that way. Or swatches. Okay, you remember the little watercolor metal thing that you got? You could put this into your metal. Was it this one? Yeah, this one or this one into your metal place, and your swatches are right there. You see, you could use those as swatches, or like Mary had said, the 100-day, not 100 days, the index card a day challenge. Instead of, make them the size of an index card, and there's your watercolor block. And there's 30 pages in each one of these, okay? All right. So, get that glue off of there. Okay. I'm going to put it this way. Yes, it is cold press. So, taking the silicone and then spreading it downwards. That way we have all the, and it's nicely smooth. So each one of these would be 30 pages a piece. Because I did not. Okay, so that is that. There we go. The nice thing about these is that you're not burning your fingers and they clean off very well. Since these are silicone. And I got mine at the Dollar Tree. Or, Andy, yours would be the pound shop. Nice and smooth. It covers everything. Okay, now for this. The only thing I can't get covered off is the yeah, because there's 30 pages. And there we go. All right, so here, oh, good. Okay, now I did not see that, so now I've got to fix up something. It seems that this part here did not get fully glued, so Mama's got to fix that. I got to fix it. Okay. Yeah, the one thing about hot glue is that it goes everywhere. And I can hope that that worked. If it didn't, I can always try it again, so that's not a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side first. To make sure that that came down some. So. Ooh, my fingers just tightened up. Oops. So let's get that nice and tight. Yeah, the one thing, I get all glue all over the place. So, yeah, there we go. Ooh, that's not good. And there is the gap for this one. So, okay, let's see if I can get all this hot glue off of this stuff. So here you go. You have, like I said, from there I took Are these really greatly done? No. But I made all of these from one pad. So you have these small ones, you have these, and then this nice big one. Now, this one has 30 sheets. Actually, it really has 29 because I took one of the papers out. It might be less than 29, but this is only this. So if you wanted to do a pad like this, okay, all right, instead of cutting it up, you wanted this whole pad. You wanted the size of 8.5 by 11. Yeah, you can make postage cards. But if you wanted just this, okay, and you wanted to be able to take this out with you, but as you see, you would have to tape it down. You can make this a watercolor block as well. I know I'm going to have a thing, at least one. And what you do is, this is already sand down. That's great. That part's done. Okay. To make this a watercolor block. Okay. Just start gluing the edges, like so. Make sure you don't get this paper in, okay? Okay. You want to make sure that that's done. Okay. All right. That's one side. Okay. You want to make it, yeah, it's really expensive if you buy one, but you want to make sure that this here, this board here, because that's a strong board, that is still your backing. Okay. You don't even have to, as you notice, I'm not taking anything out. You want to make sure that this is going to stick to this, because that's going to be your whole board right there. Okay. So again, I try to make sure that all that is done right, because that is going to be the board. And I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible. Now, this is the part where you have to be careful, because if you seal this completely, then you will not be able to get any of your paintings off. So it was a waste. So what you got to do is find something that you can put in the middle. Now, I can do this, or I can do two small ones. Back to back. All right. So what you do, and this is a pad that if you like the paper and everything, you want to make it into a watercolor block, that's all you have to do. Make sure you glue down this side. Okay. All right. You are not moving these because these are your holders for your area that you want to be able to gasp in. Like that. And there you go. There is a nice watercolor block. And there's your opening to take out your paper. So there you go. That's how you can make this here simple watercolor paper pad into a watercolor block. Now, I'm not gluing down this area because it's nicely glued. If it wasn't nicely glued, then I would work that area. But since it is nicely glued, I don't need to do anything. Now I've got me a watercolor block with a cover. So that's how you can make this pad alone a watercolor block for yourself, if you don't want to tape down paper and whatnot. Like I said, I know that I did at least one paper out of here. I don't know if I did two, but it had 30 pages in it. So that's how you can make something as simple as this into a watercolor block. I think I'm going to unplug the glue. There we go. All right. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now this excess glue, be careful. You don't want to take everything off, because as soon as you do, you'll have nothing. But yeah, Mikey's not here for that. But to take off the excess glue, use a knife to smooth out the things. Yeah, I'm gonna try to move this over to yeah. But always make sure you have an opening, because it's gonna be useless without an opening. You know, you're like, oh well, yeah, that doesn't work. Trying to make sure that I get this glue off of the paper. So, but yeah, it's real simple. Yeah, you can either smooth it out with the knife, but be careful how much you take off. Because if you take off too much, you won't have a watercolor block anymore. So that's always a catch. So, yeah, simple. Normally I would put a cover on these, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Okay. So, yeah, see, just taking off the glue and whatnot. But you have to, like I said, you have to be careful, because you don't want to take off too much of the glue. Because if you take off too much, it ruins the pad. The block is no longer a block. See, this is like some things that you got to get off that I didn't get right. But that's okay, you know, it happens. So, that's why you would have that, is to get the excess glue off. So it's a little bit smoother. But other than that, that's pretty much how to make a watercolor block. And like I said, you could use, you know, like I said, you like the watercolor paper, and but you can't get in a block, you can make one. So So yeah, and that makes it nicer and neater. So I can't think of anything else to do unless you guys have any suggestions. Unplug the glue gun, but yeah. So all those watercolor pads, watercolor blocks I've made today. Uh-oh. There we go. I disappeared for a minute. So, any other questions, comments, or concerns that I can answer? Because it looks like my thing is acting up. Surprise, surprise. I am moving this to the YouTube channel, so I just don't know how much of this is going to be moved over to the YouTube channel. How do you make a cover for it? Basically, for instance, this, we'll use this as an example. You make it where it would fit around to this point. So that's one way of doing it. I've used, I have actually used scrapbook paper. And you want to, it's normally what you do is you do it over the area that the hole is at. Fortunately, I can't do this with this one because this one was here. But normally when you get a watercolor block, i.e. like this, okay? This is a watercolor block that I paid for. And the opening is right here. Okay? And the paper goes over that. So when you do the paper, you want to make it, yeah, that's what I thought. You would want to do the scrapbook paper, fold it a little bit over here, and then over this, and go to the edge. And that's the cover. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing major. It's just that. Okay? So that's how you make a cover for it. But you want the cover, unfortunately, this one won't work because, like I said, this is pretty good and glued, so the opening is up here. But a normal watercolor, you would put it over the opening. So each one of these, the opening is here. The opening is here. The opening is here. The opening is here. This time the opening is here. This one, the opening is here. So everything that you see, the way I've got it laid out, the opening is at the top. So, okay. Yeah, my thing's acting up again, unfortunately. I just saw a few times where it looks like it was going off. So every time I would do a paper, I would do a cover with that. And it would be a little bit here, folded, and then that paper. So that's how I would do mine to do the cover. This one, unfortunately, we can't do that because, like I said, it's a pad of paper and the pad thing is here. You have to put an opening somewhere where you can get to it. So, and like I said, my thing is acting weird, so I'm going to call it. Thank you all for coming. Like I said, I will move it over to my YouTube channel. And if there's any questions there, please put them in the comments. Thank you all for coming, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. Till then, bye for now.